Every possible version of your life, the one where you've landed that dream job, found that perfect soul-aligned relationship, or are bursting with vibrant health, already exists. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a mind-bending conclusion drawn straight from the strange and wonderful world of quantum physics. Most people believe their reality is fixed, but the truth is, you are a fluid field of infinite possibilities. You're not stuck, you're just not fully aware of your power. So, let's pull back the curtain on a scientific, yet surprisingly simple three-step process to consciously select the reality you want, collapsing all other possibilities and making your desired life your new normal. This will change how you see everything. Alright, let's dive deep into the science that backs up this extraordinary claim. Quantum physics isn't just for physicists in labs, it reveals profound truths about our everyday existence. It tells us that reality isn't nearly as solid and predictable as we've been led to believe. It's far more dynamic, more malleable, and frankly, a lot more exciting. One of the most fascinating concepts here is what we call wave function collapse. Imagine for a moment a tiny particle. Before you observe it, before you even think about it, that particle isn't in just one place. It exists in a superposition of all possible states simultaneously. It's everywhere and nowhere all at once, like a shimmering cloud of potential. But the moment you observe it, the wave function collapses. It's like magic, but it's science. That particle suddenly picks a single outcome, a definite state. What does this mean for you? It means that until you make a choice, until you focus your attention, all possibilities are literally available to you, every single one. And that brings us to the incredible observer effect. This isn't just some quirky lab phenomenon, it's a principle that suggests your consciousness, your awareness, plays a crucial active role in shaping reality itself. Until you focus your awareness on a specific possibility, that possibility remains in a state of pure potential, like an unwritten story. But the moment you observe it, the moment you put your attention on it, you're not just passively watching, you're actively participating in its manifestation. This, my friends, is where your true power lies. Your thoughts, your intentions, your focused attention, they act as quantum measurements, collapsing those infinite possibilities into your very own experienced reality. You are the conductor of this quantum orchestra. But wait, there's more. Quantum coherence also plays a significant, often overlooked role. Think of it like this. When your brainwaves synchronize, when they get on the same frequency, you become a much more coherent observer. You're no longer scattered, you're aligned, focused, and therefore, capable of influencing outcomes far more powerfully. The state most conducive to this powerful alignment, it's the theta brainwave frequency, typically between 4 to 8 Hz. This is the sweet spot, associated with deep meditation, profound insight, and direct access to what many call the quantum field, the field of all possibilities. To really wrap your head around this, let's quickly revisit the famous double-slit experiment. It's a cornerstone of quantum mechanics. When tiny particles like electrons are fired at a screen with 2 slits and they're not observed, they behave like waves, creating an interference pattern on the detector behind the screen. It's as if they pass through both slits simultaneously. But here's the kicker. The instant you introduce an observer, a measuring device, to see which slit they go through, those particles suddenly collapse into distinct points, behaving like particles. The interference pattern vanishes. This experiment beautifully, undeniably demonstrates that reality is influenced by observation. Your observation. Your very act of looking changes what you see. And we can't talk about observation without mentioning Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It tells us that you can't simultaneously know both the precise position and momentum of a particle. The act of measuring one property inherently disturbs the other. This isn't a limitation of our instruments, it's a fundamental aspect of reality. It highlights that measurement isn't just about revealing what is, it's about defining what will be. So when you apply this to your life, your focused attention on one aspect of your reality inevitably influences other aspects. You're not just observing, you're participating in the creation of your reality at every moment. So, the big question is, how do we harness these mind-blowing concepts to consciously manifest our desired reality? How do we become active creators instead of passive observers? Before we jump into the practical, actionable steps that will empower you to do just that, if this is sparking something within you, if it's resonating with that deep knowing, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Seriously, you won't want to miss the upcoming videos. where we dive even deeper into these transformative ideas and give you even more tools for your journey. Okay, now for the exciting part. Let's move on to the 3 practical steps that will help you collapse those infinite possibilities into the specific reality you desire. This isn't theory anymore, this is your actionable blueprint. Step 1. Achieve quantum coherence. To begin this journey, you need to enter a state of quantum coherence. Think of it as tuning your personal radio to the right frequency. Our brains operate on different electrical frequencies, or brainwaves. Beta, our normal waking state. Alpha, relaxed awareness. Theta, deep relaxation, meditation, creativity. And delta, deep sleep. To effectively influence the quantum field, you need to shift into that sweet spot. Theta brainwave frequency, typically between 4 to 8 Hz. Why theta? Because it's the gateway to your subconscious, where deeply held beliefs reside, and where you connect more directly with the universal field of information. How do you get there? There are powerful, accessible techniques. Meditation is a classic for a reason. Even just 10-15 minutes daily can begin to shift your brainwaves. Binaural beats are auditory illusions, where 2 slightly different frequencies played into each ear create a third, beat frequency in your brain, effortlessly guiding your brainwaves to theta. Just pop on some headphones and listen. And then there's breathwork, conscious rhythmic breathing patterns that can rapidly alter your state of consciousness and synchronize your brainwaves. These techniques are your personal tools for making you a truly coherent observer, ready to powerfully influence reality. Step 2. Collapse the wave function. Once you're in that coherent receptive state, the next step involves focused intention. This is where you actively engage in collapsing the wave function. And the most potent tool for this? Visualization. But let's be clear, this is more than just daydreaming or passively imagining. This is a form of active quantum measurement. When you vividly visualize a specific outcome, you're not just creating pretty pictures in your mind. You're sending out a clear, coherent electromagnetic signal into the quantum field. You're literally telling the universe, this is the reality I choose. And here's the crucial part. It's essential to feel this outcome as if it is already real. Engage all your senses. What does it look like, sound like, smell like, taste like, feel like to have your desired reality right now? What emotions does it evoke? Joy, gratitude, peace. The stronger the emotion linked to your visualization, the more potent and effective it will be in collapsing the wave function and bringing that exact reality into your experience. You're not just seeing it, you're living it in your mind, and the universe is responding to that signal. Step 3. Maintain coherence. The final step, and arguably the most challenging for many, is to maintain that coherence. Think of it like keeping a clear signal on your radio. Doubt is the ultimate static. It's the enemy here. Doubt, fear, worry, impatience. These emotions break coherence. They send conflicting quantum measurements into the field, essentially telling the universe, I want this, but I also expect this not to happen. This creates a messy, incoherent signal, preventing the clear collapse of your desired reality. To sustain your role as a conscious observer, you need to engage in daily practices that reinforce your intention and belief. This could involve consistently listening to theta frequency audio, perhaps as you fall asleep or first thing in the morning. It means consistently visualizing that one specific outcome, feeling it as real, even for just a few minutes each day. Spend just 10 minutes nightly doing this, listening, visualizing, and feeling, and you will begin to harness the profound power of quantum observing, not merely imagining. You're actively participating in the creation of your future, every single day. Now that we've covered the cutting-edge science and practical steps, let's take a fascinating detour and explore how ancient wisdom, thousands of years old, aligns almost perfectly with these modern quantum principles. It's truly mind-blowing. The ancient Egyptians, often seen primarily as builders of grand monuments and worshippers of gods, actually had profound insights into consciousness and its connection to the universe that resonate deeply with what quantum mechanics is uncovering today. Let's take the magnificent Great Pyramid of Giza as a prime example. Modern research using sophisticated instruments has shown that the king's chamber within the pyramid resonates at approximately 7.83 Hz. Does that number ring a bell? It should. That's the Schumann resonance, often called Earth's heartbeat, and it aligns almost perfectly with the theta brainwave frequency we just discussed. This isn't some random coincidence. It strongly suggests that the pyramids weren't just monumental tombs or architectural marvels, but quite possibly sophisticated quantum technology, specifically designed to facilitate consciousness transformation and induce those deep, coherent theta states. Imagine that. Furthermore, the pyramids are constructed from an incredibly high percentage of quartz granite, sometimes as much as 55%. What's so special about quartz? It possesses piezoelectric properties. This means it can generate electromagnetic fields when subjected to mechanical stress, or conversely, vibrate in response to electromagnetic fields. This material choice wasn't arbitrary. It could have been deliberately used to enhance the ability to access altered states of consciousness, states akin to the quantum coherence we talked about earlier. These structures weren't just buildings, they were energetic machines. Ancient texts and hieroglyphs aren't just pretty pictures. They describe the pyramids as consciousness transformation chambers. The profound principle, as above, so below, a core tenet of Hermetic philosophy, often associated with ancient Egypt, perfectly echoes the idea of quantum entanglement, the deep, instantaneous interconnectedness of everything in the universe. It suggests an understanding of cosmic unity that modern science is still painstakingly uncovering. We even see hieroglyphs depicting initiates meditating inside these pyramids, suggesting they were actively practicing what we now call quantum observation, long before any scientific terminology for it even existed. They weren't just praying, they were consciously shaping their reality. In essence, the ancient Egyptians were not merely rulers, priests, or engineers, they were trained quantum observers. They understood, intuitively perhaps, how to harness the power of consciousness to shape their realities, to influence events, and to connect with higher states of being. They understood the significance of wave function collapse, albeit under different terminology. Thousands of years before, it was scientifically validated in the 20th century. They called it becoming one with the gods or aligning with divine will. And it's not just Egypt. This ancient wisdom surfaces in other traditions too. Think of Tibetan monks achieving rainbow body states, a profound mastery of quantum coherence. Or the Vedic texts from ancient India, which describe Akasha, a concept remarkably similar to the quantum field of infinite potential. Even indigenous shamans across various cultures speak of accessing dream time or non-ordinary reality, which are essentially theta-state quantum observation practices. It seems humanity has been tapping into these principles for millennia. To wrap this all up, please remember this powerful truth. You, yes you, have the inherent power to collapse infinite possibilities into your desired reality. This isn't a superpower reserved for a select few, it's your birthright. By consciously achieving quantum coherence, by focusing your intention with unwavering clarity and emotion, and by diligently maintaining that coherence, you truly can manifest the life you've always dreamed of. And as we've seen, this isn't just some new age concept or a fleeting trend. It's a profound understanding supported by both cutting-edge science and ancient wisdom. It illustrates beautifully that humanity has sought to harness these very principles for thousands of years, across cultures and continents. So, what reality are you choosing to energize today? What incredible life are you ready to call into existence? Embrace your powerful role as the conscious creator of your life. If you found this video helpful, if it sparked a new way of thinking for you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's spread this truth far and wide. And don't forget to subscribe for even more insights into the incredible intersection of quantum science and personal transformation. Until next time, keep exploring those infinite possibilities.